Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's Elijah here, and welcome to Star Wars: The Battlefront Classic Collection. A controversial game, but today I'm gonna be playing Galactic Conquest as the droids, the weakest faction in the game. And I've got a couple videos planned for this game just to talk about it. So while I'm talking about that stuff, this will kind of be in the background, me just playing the Galactic Conquest as the droids. I know that a lot of people, hated on the game, and I was someone that gave it the benefit of the doubt, and looking at it now, I'm kind of glad I did, because the multiplayer still is, not 100% super great. It's still kind of laggy and stuff, but I was able to get into some decent enough lobbies, like ping-wise, versus the first day of, first launch, whenever the stuff came out, like whenever the game came out, and it was just an absolute mess. Everything was wrong with it. I played Battlefront 1 first. I was playing it, and I was like, game looks doesn't look like it was added a whole lot, but they forgot to make the first patch or whatever available or something like that. Because then I woke up I played it on release night. I had it pre-ordered and everything, which I never pre-order games and everything, but this is one of my favorite game series of all time. So just being able to play it again and have fun on it again. I played it on PC and everything, but being able to hop on, I'm playing on PS5, being able to hop on PS5 and just play this without having to get on my computer and everything. And also I can do split screen with my brother and stuff like we used to, which is fun and which is cool. You can also, play online with him too, versus on PC he never had it, and then I don't think you can do split screen on PC. I'm almost positive you can't. Maybe there's a mod for it or something. I do have, like I said, a couple videos planned for this. I know I'm kind of super late, but I wanted to wait to make videos on it, until a lot of the stuff was fixed and stuff, which is good for positive outlook on the game. But I can there's negative stuff to say about the game. The game has crashed before, but once they started patching it and stuff, I stopped having some of those crashing issues. It was on the Death Star. It was during the single player campaign. I would just keep crashing in the same spot over and over again. But I went through that again, and it's completely fixed now. I don't crash now at all during that part. I haven't played it in a while, but the single player campaign, so I don't know if there's anything else that was broken in there that they fixed, but I do know that I've been having a lot of fun with the game. Just playing Galactic Conquest by myself has been really fun. Split screen has been fun. Just putting maps that just give me so much nostalgic feeling on instant action and just playing has been fun. Even the multiplayer, even whenever it was laggy, was fun, because I never got to experience that multiplayer feeling, because I played Battlefront 1 on original Xbox and never had Xbox Live, and then I played Battlefront 2 on PlayStation 2 and original Xbox, and never had any online capabilities or anything back then. Now I'm able to experience that online feeling and everything, and it was fine. It's nothing to get super excited about, because it's not a super modernized game. I wish that the reboots were better. Battlefront 2 is probably the better of the rebooted Battlefronts. I wish that they still would have updated the game a little bit more and added in just a little bit more stuff, but, the single-player campaign was fine, but I wish they had, a single-player mode like this. I wish that they had an instant action. I wish that they had, a Galactic Conquest mode, because both the two original ones had it, and then neither of the rebooted ones had it. And if there is going to be a new Battlefront game at some point, I would absolutely love for it to have a Galactic Conquest. I'm stuck right here. I would absolutely love it to have a Galactic Conquest mode, because the Galactic Conquest is just so it's like a Star Wars Battlefront classic. They have their reasons for not doing it, and it was, because they wanted everyone to play multiplayer. I think that in the next Battlefront game, if it's Battlefront 3 or if it's Star Wars Battlefront, enter name here, we need to get the best of everything, the best of all the rebooted games, the best of both the original games, because in Battlefront 3, the canceled one, there was like the going from ground combat to space combat, which you kind of saw in Battlefront 2 with a game mode where you know, do something on the ground, then go up to like the ship or whatever. But that's, you know, not, you know, entirely what we all wanted. You know, we wanted the Battlefront 3 that we were, you know, not promised. That was always super cool to think about. I remember seeing like so many videos on YouTube back whenever all of that stuff, and then like being like, it is actually coming out, guys. And I know there's like an early version of the game that you can play of Battlefront 3. I'm not sure how you obtain that, but there was a video on it. I'll link it in the description if I remember, of this guy who got access to it, and you know, it looked like it was gonna be a fun game. Like the single player looked fine and everything, and I just wish that they would have focused on single player a little bit more on the rebooted ones than they did, because you know, the first Battlefront had no campaign whatsoever, and then the second one had a pretty decent campaign, but, you know, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original that I'm playing, I think has the better campaign, and it came out in 2005. Like, I personally think that the campaign, like, the story is a little bit better, just because, like, it allows you to, like, see through, like, you know, it starts in, like, the Clone Wars era and goes up until, like, the sequel era, up until, I think, Battle of Hoth. And then the Battlefront 2 campaign, you know, Iden Versio and all that, and you turn on the Empire, because obviously, why would you not? That was a good campaign. In my opinion, it was fine. It wasn't the best ever. It had a good story and everything. I just wish that they would have, you know, more stuff to do. Like, they had that arcade mode thing, which was fine. But yeah, I kind of went off on a tangent there. If there was a new Battlefront, I would like to see more single-player stuff added. And on the multiplayer side, so for single player, I'd like to see, you know, still a campaign. I don't really care what the campaign is, but I'd like to see a Galactic Conquest where, I mean, you have like a whole nother, you know, like movie series to do for Galactic Conquest. You know, you can do Clone Wars era, you can do original, you can do sequel era, and then like I think it would be kind of cool to then have different Galactic Conquest maps, because sure, like in the movies we never saw like clones fight on Tatooine, but like did they ever? You know, like, I don't know, like, in canon, if they've ever, like, actually fought, like, on Tatooine. But, you know, maybe they did at some point, you know, because, like, Darth Maul was on Tatooine scouting. Because I'm not, like, the biggest Star Wars guy, you know, I'm kind of a casual when it comes to that stuff. Like, I know, like, the basic lore, and that's, you know, as far as it kind of goes. And then for, like, the multiplayer, I think it would be really cool to have a multiplayer, you know, similar to Battlefield, because, you know, that's what it's the most similar to. Like, let's say we're on this map, being able to, maybe there's like an event in here where one of these platforms, you can have it fall into the water, so now you have to go, you know, a whole different way to get around, or something like that, you know, something to like make it not I don't want to say like a linear experience, because like in Battlefield, you know, 4, you had where you can do, I think it was like enough damage to that building and then it gets destroyed or whatever. Like, imagine doing that in a Star Wars thing where, especially, you know what, I just thought of this, especially with like the land to ground, people are up there fighting on the ship, you're down here, they destroy the ship. There's like in Battlefield 1 where there was the blimp or whatever, the Zeppelin, and it, you know, the ship comes crashing in, you know, probably off the map or whatever, instead of in Battlefield 1 where it can like fall. They'll probably, you know, might be a little too much to have it crash into the map or something, because like this map wouldn't really be the best for destruction. But like I said, like, you know, having one of these platforms be able to fall onto the water, having like the ship crash into something like out there, and now that's all on fire with like a crashed like whichever you know ship you destroy. I think that would be super cool, but I guess we'll have to see if there ever is a new multiplayer Star Wars game, because, you know, right now this is it, I think. Like, I don't know if Battlefront 2 is still populated. I know whenever they're getting the updates and stuff, or whenever like the final update came out for it and stuff, it was populated, and, you know, even a couple years ago it was populated. But let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see in a new Battlefront game. If you guys would like to see what I said with like destruction, or if you'd like to see it, you know, return to just bare bones like this, you know? Like, if you don't want to see, like, you know, if you don't want to see like an updated version of the game and you want it to be old school, then I mean, just buy this. But like, I personally am really having fun with the game. You know, they promised the multiplayer would be, you know, they're like 64 player online multiplayer, and then, you know, it wasn't. But really, the only people that were having problems with the PC players, you know, and a lot of people thought, I am talking about this in the other video I'm making, but a lot of people were making it seem like this is like it's supposed to be like a remaster version of the game. It's just a port. But I remember being like super hyped whenever I heard that it was spotted on the PlayStation Store and then got taken off, but it was like the PSP version, and then I was like, I guess I'll just keep playing the PC version. I think that a lot of the stuff that people were complaining about, like gameplay-wise, has been fixed, you know, like server-wise and stuff. I'm not 100% sure if for PC that stuff's fixed. I know for console, at least PlayStation, it is fixed. But yeah, like I was saying before, I really want to know what you guys would want to see in a new Star Wars Battlefront game, like for the multiplayer and even for the single player, what you guys would want to see. Like, if you guys would want to see what I was talking about, or if you guys think that that is like a really dumb idea and that destruction should not be in a Star Wars game. It's only for Battlefield. I think that a Star Wars game with, you know, destruction like Battlefield would be a game that people would like to see, but I could be wrong. So I'd love to know in the comments below what you guys would like to see in a new Star Wars Battlefront game. Because, I mean, I'm assuming they'll just continue like the Battlefront series. Someone will at some point, you know, because I don't think that EA has the license anymore. But let's just say that, like, what we know, like EA and whatever made the game. So you keep it on trend with that and not, like, be like, well, I guess blah 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 picked it up, so I guess we're not gonna have it's gonna be like a tactical shooter or something. There should be 2 new Star Wars Battlefront videos soon, and in those I'm going to be talking a little bit more in depth about a couple of the things that I mentioned about like nostalgia. So that's where I'm going to leave this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, turn on that bell so you don't miss a video from me. Like I said before, let me know in the comments what you guys want to see in a new Star Wars Battlefront / new Star Wars multiplayer game, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. It's a